Okay, so when you get the Thinsulate to the Thinsulate part of the build, if you bought the kit as a whole, then you'll get the Thinsulate marked out with the templated shapes that fit into the van. One roll will have all the lower bays, and the other roll will have the mid and the ceiling bays. So we're going to start with the lower bays. They're labeled 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and so on. And you actually will start with 1 in the far front driver's side. That's 1. The little space in between the two bays is 1.5. 2 is the second bay, 2.5, and so on and so forth as you work your way down. The lower bays, we stack them so they're double thick. I use these serrated scissors. Milwaukee makes a version of them. Fiskars makes a version of them. But the serrated scissor works really nicely to cut through the Thinsulate. And you'll have this double-sided tape. And this is specifically what 3M gave us for this application. And I just peel it and rip it. So when you rip it, it leaves a little bit of a, you know, the ability to peel it a little easier than when you cut it with the knife or with the scissors. So I'm going to stack 2 of these on top of each other, and then take this says driver lower 1, and I'll stick this in the driver lower 1 bay and continue to work my way down. Here's a tip though. You'll have some of these are labeled the driver mid horizontal, passenger mid horizontal, so on and so forth. These go in the spaces that are right above the bays, but below the windows. I like to tuck these in first so that I have room to shove them in there, and then I'll put the bay insulation in afterwards. And it just gives me space. This is also what is difficult to install when your bolts are all the way tightened closed on that lower horizontal track. So that's why we left them out a little bit so that you can slide this horizontal insulation in. So we'll just get started cutting all of these shapes out, double sticking them together, and putting them into the lower bays. Okay, so like I said, I like to start with these long horizontal ones that go across the top here. The best method to do this is start over on one side. You can pick over here. I'm going to shoot from this way, going over this here, sticking it up underneath this corner, and you're just going to fish it along down this channel here. Once you get a certain amount in, you'll be able to reach in from this side and grab it.
And the bed is 3-panel bags. Yeah, those are the bags. They're actually
and at that point, you're just kind of continuing to fish it along, stuffing it in from one side, and reach into this last pocket here and pull them tight. I'm doing again, they're 2 double thick. And then when you get this side meeting up to the end there, just stuff these other sides in and work your way backwards here. And there you go. So that is now stuffed up like this all the way across. And to put in the bays, again, we're starting with bay 1 being the driver's side forward one here. Just gonna stick a piece of this double-sided tape across the top, and a smaller chunk down towards the bottom here. And you can do this a couple different ways. I like to keep them unpeeled until I stick the Thinsulate in where I like it. Just like this here. And then I'll peel it off. That way it's not sticking to the Thinsulate while I'm trying to get it in place. When you get into these 0.5 sections, you want this stuff to loft. You don't want to compact it. The insulative quality comes when as it drives down the road for the first, first few hours that you're driving. After you install this, even just after you install it, it'll start lofting up, and it'll expand from this 1-inch pack that it is, and each one of these will expand out and fill this space with air, and that's what gives it its insulative qualities. So you'll want to be careful not to squish it or jam it and pack it into places. You want to have it nice and lofted. All right, so we'll just move down, do both sides here. So you might be tempted to, keep, because you know that this is bay 2 and this is also bay 2, to just fold it in half. But don't do that, because it won't allow this end to loft out. It'll be folded in on itself, so it'll pinch it shut, and it won't allow the insulation to expand. So go ahead and make sure you cut each one in its full shape. So we finished with the bottom, and that's double layered. The next layer and the top, the whole rest of the van actually is just a single layer. The van gets skinnier as it goes up to the top, and again, you don't want to squish the Thinsulate. These are, as we unroll the second roll, it's the ceiling, and you'll notice the ceiling has some dotted lines here. It says cut for rails. So there's a middle section, and then the two side sections. I suggest taking them in and cutting those sides out, or doing one at a time. But if you cut all of these and then cut all the sides out, you're gonna have a real mess on your hands. So that's why we put them as dotted lines, to kind of slow you down for a moment while you're doing the ceilings. Cut each one, put each one in. The sides look so much alike, but they are a little bit different, that they get confusing if you pre-cut too many of them. So we'll just cut out the sides and from the center, and we'll go ahead and put the centers in first, and then put the two sides up. Now with the ceilings, it's important that you put these on and finish up with putting this is pretty much the last step before you put your panels in. I suggest doing this in the same day. The walls are not quite as critical, but the ceiling, as you drive down the road, these things will fall out over time. Having that panel underneath them keeps the loft, it lofts against itself and it sticks it up to the ceiling. They're good enough for you to leave them up there for a couple days, but I just prefer that you put your panels in if you're going to put your ceiling insulation in. You're going to need more than one piece of tape too on the side. And I'm just tucking the one end underneath the that side of the rail, just sliding it in there a little bit, and then the other side can tuck up into the corner here. If you need to cut off a little bit, you're welcome to, but you won't need it to be. It can roll down a little bit onto this side right here, and as this side will kick up underneath. What you don't want is it to be coming out beyond your wiring harness, because we're going to be clipping these and working with them. But again, it'll all kind of flex back into the space, so don't worry about it overhanging a little bit. With this down here, you'll see that there's one that has a slit vertically here that tucks in, and we put it behind the wires. And then there's one with a big long vertical slit, or horizontal slit, and that one we put also behind these wires and slipped into this channel right here. So for the rear door, we have we've removed the panel here, and depending on what kind of van you have, you might have the plastic panel, or you might just have a panel that covers this side right here. If you have just this panel here, we have a replacement panel that's all upholstered for you. The way we deal with the Thinsulate back here is you'll go ahead and put your hush mat across this door if you want to put a couple strips here and there. It can kind of help get the tinniness out. We basically just give the shape of the door with the Thinsulate, and it's up to you to cut this shape into areas, into ways that you can stuff them into the pockets of the door. We had them before cut up into a bunch of different ways, but we had 6 different shapes to go into a door. It became very complex, and really we figured you guys could figure it out. It's the shape of the door. Cut out whatever works for you to be able to stuff it in. You could cut this side right here off and slip that up into there, but again, you'll notice that you'll have to make extra cuts. It really is just how you envision putting it in will work the best.